I Am Close By had a powerful story. It did not go in the direction that I thought it was going to go, which is good. I love surprises in films like this. But I do think it still had an important message about noticing the signs of depression in your loved ones and intervening, although not in the way that this young woman chose to intervene, of course. I thought the ending was very ominous. I loved the ending, and just knowing that she is close by, ready to pounce at any moment, was very creepy and a great note to end this film on. I thought that the voiceover worked well, especially since there wasn't much dialogue. It worked well to tell the story, and to have that ominous note at the end. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this film, and I thought it was great. A great twist.
This film is called I Am Close By. This was a terrifying yet effective short. A young woman takes care of her depressed mom when they discover another pair of family members also struggling with depression. The narrator of the film does an excellent job recounting the story in a slow, sympathetic tone. The cinematography is intimate, especially the close-up facial expressions. I like the pace of the film as it gradually builds in tension. I appreciate the background silences and then emotionally charged music as things become more dramatic. Great job. I Am Close By. Check it out.
This was a really stunning short film, both visually, because I love the cinematography in this one. The way the way the color was rendered through the whole film, but certainly in the opening scene, at the beach, it was just beautiful tonality to it there, and just great framing of shots, everything. And even when she just opens the trunk, the way it's framed in there, using the vehicle, it just all felt really thoughtfully done, and also just beautifully written. Just a great sort of slow burn for a pretty short film, but paced really well. Strong editing, strong performances, just really, really strong direction. Just make this one just really beautiful. Good work.
Very cool movie, man. This really surprised me. Really set up an expectation and really subverted. I thought this was going to be a feel good movie about friendship, about these women helping each other through a hard time. And it turns out it was kind of that. Only it was a really warped perception of help that this young girl had. But yeah, no, very cool. And the letter, the setup and payoff with that. To the two main characters, everybody on screen did a great job, especially the two main characters, and the lead did a very good job. And it was nice to see with such a small cast and just a few locations to have a cool, shocking thriller like this happen. And it's kind of a neat mythology being set up here. I wonder if there could be more in this world, see what more could happen, and see how we could twist the mythology a little more. But it's very cool. Nicely acted, nicely edited, directed, good score. It's really cool. Good luck with this. I hope it gets out there and gets seen.
I Am Close By is an incredibly complex investigation into the nature of suffering, and how it tries to alleviate it. Kind of right from its opening frames, the film has a great sense of capturing the kind of silent but unavoidable weight of depression. I think that alone requires a lot of sensitivity and skill, which is really commendable. But then as the film goes on, kind of gets into very nutty issues regarding depression and treatment of mental illnesses, and kind of asks almost disturbing questions about how to best alleviate suffering. When you kind of reach a twist of this woman who's killing people with depression to kind of spare their suffering, it's horrible, but also weirdly sympathisable. So I think what the short does really well is it doesn't tell you how to feel about these issues. It just sort of lets you work through them yourself, which I think has great trust in its audience and great sophistication in the storytelling. So it's very probing, very sophisticated, very impactful filmmaking.
I am with you. A slow burner, but it let us into the fabric of the relationships and ties between the characters to unfold that really deep well of emotion and backstory. I thought the silence and the space in many of the shots was very effective, so that it could creep up on us in such an effective way. It also allowed the narration to really hold that power in its intimacy. Really nice twists evolving throughout to a deeply sinister finale. Quite the unexpected turn from where we started out. I loved this piece, and I thought there was very interesting themes, and that the performances held those themes with some really effective and skilled acting.
I am close by. You can sense the mother's mind is wandering. She picks up a letter in a bottle. She may be physically present, but aside from that, she's in her own world, spaced out. Her daughter shines bright as her counterpart, telling her that they are going to be late for Sonia's, but she will bake pies tomorrow. All the while, we see the mother looking off from the car, not even paying attention to the words her daughter's even uttering. The daughter inevitably, finds this message in a bottle. And it dives into this world of depression and suicide, noticing the signs and working through them, finding a purpose to ignite the living. This young girl is learning the experiences from another, or so it seems, as we find that this letter drives her to exit the bus. When we get this element of surprise, this creative twist of an ending, it leads you to believe that, she was willing to help the wounded here. And then it was actually revealed that the way that she felt that she was helping the wounded was the fact that she was a murderer and murdered her aunt. And this young girl's depressed mother is her next target, for she is close by watching for her moment to make an opportune strike. It's this physical, metaphorical presence of depression leading to death. The short does leave us open-ended, as there isn't a dignified kill or savior moment that for us to witness. So it kind of does leave it in the air for what happened in this situation.